This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I am Tim Daniel. I'm in my second season here at Locked On covering the Cincinnati Reds, and I want to thank you for spending some time with us as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds pulling off Game 1 of the Ohio Cup, 7-6. If you're just on tonight's show, the Reds strike first in the Ohio Cup. TJ Bleday keeps hitting, and Andrew Abbott turns in a pretty nice performance. All that and a whole lot more. Let's go ahead and get started with our player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
While there are so many guys you can name, because I feel like this was a team effort by the Reds, even while the Guardians are making their comeback, I think I'm going to give this to TJ Antone. And I've been waiting for a TJ Antone moment to come on here and say he got Locked On Player of the Game, because I love TJ Antone and I'm so happy he's back in the big leagues. And tonight he got his first big league save in a very long time during this game. And I know it wasn't perfect by any means. He did give up a run, but just to see him get a save on the back of the baseball card was really cool. So shout out TJ Antone. But this was a really fun, solid baseball game. Now I know the Reds were up 6-1 at one point. But to see them go out there and play the way they did and hold on to the lead, and you get like days like the day Matt McLain had with a homer and, was just unbelievable today. Makes the play at the end of the game. Man, just a huge day for Matt McLain. It looks like maybe it's coming. His OPS is just now under 700. It's at 699. So we might be getting that guy we all thought we were going to get. So that's the part that's really nice about it. Other guys that we got to have on there as well. Obviously, Ellie's consecutive game hit streak did not go very well. He only got one hit today. Struggled after having 6 consecutive games with 2 hits. So that was funny. I mean, obviously, that's tongue-in-cheek. But Spencer Steer today, 2 for 5 again as well. Swinging the bat super solid right now. I'm going to talk about JJ Bleday in the next segment, so I want to kind of keep that to the side. But Matt McLain is just what the Reds need, and it's funny. It's great that we're seeing him finally getting comfortable. It looks like so. The last 7 for McLain, he's hitting 348, 444, 696 with 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in, and 4 walks. We all know I love my trends. So to see him kind of go out there and do what he's doing has been really, really nice to see. But this is a game the Reds probably feel really good about, especially they won yesterday against Washington. This whole saved runs for the next day thing, the Reds have scored 22 runs in the last 2 games, and they've won both of them. So I don't know if that really works in this circumstance. But one guy I really been enjoying as a Red, and I know we all have, is JJ Bleday.
It's time to reveal who made the biggest under-the-radar impact with today's X Factor.
3 hits and 2 doubles coming off a day yesterday where he was dominant with 2 homers. I think JJ Bleday might be making a case for National League Player of the Week. I haven't seen who he's going against, but I think that, he's certainly making a case for himself to get that award. And obviously, since he's been a Red, he's been awesome. He's had 6 multi-hit games, I think they said in the broadcast tonight, maybe 5. Regardless, a lot. And tonight he's hitting 5th in the lineup. And William asked me if I like the way the lineup's being moved around. I really do like how that's been going. I like Will Benson in the leadoff spot because he can get a walk. I love Ellie hitting second because I'd much rather, if the leadoff guy can't get on, I'd much rather have him on with 1 out than 2. And I feel like this is a guy, this team feels like they're kind of getting that route. And I see a lot of people here in the chat saying Sal needs a day off. I agree. But do we remember last year we kept saying that every day about Ellie and he played every single day? Don't get your hopes up. But back to Bleday, 2 runs again tonight too. So since he's been a Red, has a 1.241 OPS with a 345 batting average. Seems like he got caught up and just hit the ground running. A 531 on base and 840 slugging in his last 7. Okay, let's go a little further out, Tim. Let's see what this looks like. How about in this last 15, a 340, 462, 755 slash with 5 home runs and 18 RBI? That'll play. It's just been really nice to see from this. Like, I don't know how this guy did not make the team coming out of spring training, because he's certainly hit the ground running, like I said, and he's been a huge part of this team. So, but we're glad he's here now. And I know those old Kentucky Reds, as the Guardians like to joke, really showed up today, and that was nice to see. And one guy who really showed up today and really gave the Reds what they needed out of the starting pitcher spot was Andrew Abbott. So we're going to talk about Andrew Abbott and more right after this. But first, this episode is brought to you by Rougiet. The NHL playoffs are here, where every shift matters, every moment is intense, and the pressure is at its highest. And just like performance matters on the ice, it matters off the ice too. That's where Rougiet comes in. Rougiet offers treatments designed to help you get ready and stay ready when it matters. Their top option, Rougiet Ready, combines clinically proven ingredients in a simple mint that dissolves under your tongue. It works fast, often in about 15 minutes, and can last up to 36 hours. And they also offer Go Long, designed to help with both performance and control. It's all about confidence and feeling like yourself again. Head to rougiet.com/lockedonnhl and get 15% off your ED treatment. That's RUGIET.com/lockedonnhl for 15% off. Rougiet. Performance matters for men. This episode is also brought to you by our friends over at Indeed. Workplace chaos, deadlines stacking up, inbox overflowing, and the one position you have to fill still sitting open. When the pressure's on and you need the right hire, this is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. Indeed sponsored jobs help you reach the people who actually fit what you're looking for: skills, experience, location. So you're not just hoping the right candidate stumbles across your post. And here's the stat that says it all. In the minute I've been talking to you, companies like yours made 27 hires on Indeed, according to Indeed data worldwide. So if you're hiring, spend less time searching and more time interviewing candidates to check all your boxes with Indeed sponsored jobs. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? This is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. Want to give a quick shout out to our everydayers here on the postcast. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I love getting to come on here when the Cincinnati Reds win games. It just makes my life so much easier, and it's so much, and the vibes are high, even when they almost blow the lead tonight. But if you're already an everydayer who comes to hangs out with myself or Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds, make it official with the Everydayer Club. LockedOnPodcast.com/everydayer. You get ad-free episodes, access to the Discord chat, and all of your favorite teams have a room you can interact with with all those fan bases. Just check out the notes in the description tonight for more. All right, guys. So the Reds got a nice day from Andrew Abbott. Great? No. Dominant? No. But good. And from where he was, 5 starts ago, I'll take good. I'll take promising, and I'll take getting better. So tonight he goes 5 innings, a 1-run ball, does have 3 walks and 4 hits, but has 2 strikeouts. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he was awesome by any means. But feels like he's getting back to his old self. His last 7 starts don't look promising by any means with that 4.72 ERA and 34 innings, but the strikeouts are up a little bit more minus today. The walks are going down minus today. And this is one of those games where he just battled. I feel like every time he pitches against the Guardians, it's a battle. And he's been kind of finding his groove there. So that was nice to see. Bullpen tonight. Whew. Yowza. Certainly made it interesting. Pierce Johnson, though, solid inning. Tony Santillan had a clean inning. Well, no, he gave a hit. So that was still nice to see. Graham Ashcraft obviously struggled for the first time in a while. I hated seeing that because I feel like he's been really, really good of late. Brock Burke has an okay inning, does have 2 walks, and then TJ Antone, as we mentioned already, goes out there and gets the save as well. So, it's not great that they had to use 5 bullpen guys in game 1 of the series. And the bullpen has obviously been super up and down. And so hopefully they can kind of get, a nice day tomorrow out of Chris Paddack. Not very confident on that one, guys. But it was nice to see the Reds get a win today, and we will absolutely take that. And the Reds are victors over the Cleveland Guardians tonight, 7-6. The Reds have 7 runs on 11 hits and no errors. The Guardians have 6 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Andrew Abbott is your winning pitcher. He is now 3-2 with a 4.21. Tanner Bybee is now 0-6 with a 4.15 ERA, and TJ Antone gets his first save. And the Reds are back at it tomorrow at 6:10 at at the old Jacobs Field, as I still refer to it. Chris Paddack makes his Reds debut. He is 0-5 with a 7.63, but he is a living, breathing pitcher, so they at least have that. He will be going up against Gavin Williams. Gavin Williams is 5-3. With a 3.74. So I should be on probably about 8:39-ish if everything goes as planned and the game doesn't go super long. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I definitely appreciate it. I'm Tim Daniel. Go Red Legs, and I'll see you all tomorrow night.